It takes good land to raise a house like this. It takes good farming to have full barns, full bins. Good people of the solid old stock that settled in this country 300 years ago. They built their houses to last forever. But even here in this rich state of Pennsylvania, which has some of the best farms and farmers in the country, trouble has crept in. All over the country, there has been trouble. Farmers meet and talk it over. Talk over the deep problems of the land and the people. Problems that no longer can any one man solve alone. One of the problems is erosion, the loss of the soil. It is amazing what the wash of rain can do. Tall trees grew here once, and grass as high as a man. We found this in Tennessee, but you can find it in greater or less degree in every state. These devastated sod-like patches of soil contain the vital elements upon which all life depends. In the old cotton South, where our great Southern culture grew up on this land which was once so rich and beautiful, once so marvelous for its vigor. But a culture that grew up on two great soil-wasting crops, tobacco, cotton, and the land, year after year and generation after generation, was beaten. It is here that we see what erosion, what the loss of the soil can do. When soil fails, life fails. In one ruin of a house, we came upon an old Negro who lived there alone, along with the rats. He didn't seem to know we were there. Where are they all gone? Where are they all gone? A 1,000 miles west. Here, spread over 40,000 square miles of our Great Plain, is probably the most spectacular, the most sudden, incredible erosion this country ever had. Millions of tons of topsoil blown away. 300 million tons in a single storm. Farm after farm blown into the sky. And more farms, more hundreds of thousands of tons washed into our great rivers. Washed as here into the 1,500-mile-long Arkansas. Boats steamed up and down this river 70 years ago. You can almost walk across it now. But the most sinister erosion, because it cannot be seen, is sheet erosion, a gradual wasting, grain by grain, of nearly half of all our cultivated land. Wasted land, wasted rivers. Nowhere in the world has the drama of soil destruction been played so swiftly and on so great a stage. came to a town that cotton farmers founded not so many years ago. Goforth, they called it. Goforth, Texas. It died with the soil. It died of the sort of farming that kills the soil. At the edge of the town, we came upon a scene that is part and parcel of eroded land, migrants, landless, homeless people. They had fire, but no food. Once the soil begins to go, it is hard to stop. In 300 years, we conquered a continent and became the richest nation in the world. But we have wasted our soil, squandered it at such a rate that in less than a century more, if we go on as we have in the past, the days of this nation's strength will be numbered. If my land cry out against me, or that the furrows thereof likewise complain, let thistles grow instead of wheat, and cotton instead of barley. Job said this more than 2,000 years ago. A family of 8 lives in this box of a trailer. Some of them were born in it, born on the road. They make the best of it. Work is what they want. Any kind of work. Along our highways, there are more than 1 million homeless people. We came to this family moving out. The land had played out on him, he said. Most of our migrants are young people with young children. We had another name for these people once. We called them pioneers. Heading west, that's where most of them go. America, the New World. 300 years ago, this cry rang through Europe to lift the hearts of the defeated, the persecuted, the dispossessed. A new world. A new chance to live. Arizona. 49ers who passed through this country couldn't see how even a coyote could live in it. No water. But engineers came in not so long ago. We'll get more gold out of this country, they said, than the 49ers ever dreamed of. They went into the mountains, built dams, and impounded it. Great reservoirs of water. Water and sun that never failed. 4 crops a year. Fruit, a boxful for the price of a dozen. On they come from almost every state. 100 men for every job. They come to fields like these, so rich, such is the magic of irrigation, that there is no end to the bounty they produce. But they go to the lettuce fields, and what do they find? Filipinos and Mexicans do the work. For the work is hard, and Filipinos and Mexicans are strong and can do it better. In the sheds, they might find a job there, packing. But whether it's in the sheds or in the fields, it's like a machine, an endless belt. Down on the Rio Grande, on the Mexican border, Mexicans mostly do the work. Many of them children. Their pay is 40 cents. Good pay for a day down on the Rio Grande. And here, women get the work, and glad they are to get it. Lucky to get a day, 2 days' work a week. Women who had land and a roof to cover them once. Thousands upon thousands on the move, from field to field, one of the greatest migrations in all the history of this restless country. His hands keep moving even in his sleep. he thinks he's picking peas, she said. But erosion alone is not the cause of all our driven people. There are other forces at work, and one especially much more powerful. They come for the chopping, come for the picking, come by the thousands. The cotton pickers in our country number millions. More migrants depend on cotton than on any other crop. But more powerful than all these millions is the machine. It can pick more cotton in 20 minutes than a human hand can pick in 2 days. It doesn't pick quite clean enough yet. It is being perfected. But who can tell? One day, it may be picking every boll of cotton in the world. An acre an hour. That's how fast it goes. The man who drives it owns it. He clears his neighbor's farms with it. Charges $5 an hour. Clears anything you like. Multiply this monster by 10,000. Take it to some new space in the world. With such an army, you could clear the ground for a great new country in no time at all. Even for little things, there are now machines. All they have to do is tie them up. I ain't had a piece of land for 20 years, he said. He told us he was a mountain man from the Cumberland Mountains. Some of that country's just the same today as it was 200 years ago. The old farm's still there. My great-grandfather built the house. Had everything a farm ought to have. Everything a man needed. Stern wheelers still running up and down the river. Grist mill still grinding. It's just an old-time country with old-time ways. I wake up nights sometimes from dreaming about it and wishing I was there. This is Iowa. Nowhere is there better land. Good cattle, well fed. Good homes, good farms. But even here in this rich state, there is trouble. For years, farmers have been struggling with prices too low to pay for the things they have to buy. It's been hard for them to make both ends meet, to clothe and educate the children, to pay taxes, to meet the note at the bank. Here and everywhere, so many don't own their homes anymore, nor the land either. Almost 50% are now tenants, living in other men's houses, working other men's land. Horses were working all over the country not so long ago. An area larger than England grew feed for them. But that market is gone, for today the feed is gasoline or a machine. And now this machine has come in, the corn picker. You don't see many people in these fields anymore, even at harvest time. Out on these wheat fields farther west, you don't see many people either. Thousands and thousands of men, only a few years ago, harvested wheat. Thousands more harvested corn. And here they are, some of them, crumbs of the machine. A lame man who had walked in 4 miles on crutches said to us, "I don't know what some of us would do if it weren't for the food the government gives us." The yield of 15,000 acres of wheat in a single cargo. The yield of armies of machines. During the First World War, we started bringing these machines onto the wheat fields, and we fed the world. They drown like rats in a vat sometimes, these men trimming the cargoes of wheat. The farmers themselves have been drowned by this abundance. To save themselves, our farmers have developed a nationwide system of granaries to store the surplus of their important crops, their wheat, their corn, their cotton. It was the only way they could relieve their markets, the only way they could carry on. It is called the Ever-Normal Granary, a vast reserve, which now gives us tremendous strength. For in the disrupted world we face, it is vital as a weapon for our defense. Here is the Ever-Normal Granary of the Corn Belt. In every township, in every county, bins like these filled with corn. Abundance in the mountains. Abundance on the ranges. We have everything we ought to have, everything we need. We have the open strength. We have the hidden strength. We're going to increase this strength. Not for today, not for tomorrow, but for the centuries of the nation. A change has come over the land in the last few years. Farmers are turning to a new way of working it, a new pattern, new furrow lines, new terrace lines, to hold the rain where it falls, to prevent it from forming into torrents. It is a pattern that will always hold the soil, no matter what the slash of wind or the wash of rain. enriched with clover turned under, enriched with lime, with phosphate, enriched for the hearts and minds and bones of our children and our children's children. It is a new design. The farmers talk it over. It looks practical. It is practical. Six million farmers, 6 million strong, beginning to farm together, to think together, to act together. Down in the Carolinas, up in Oregon, in New Mexico, Indiana, Maine, the high Northwest, the Texas Plains, the face of the land made over, made strong again, made strong forever. We are saving the soil, but what about the people? Not only these, the dispossessed, but all who struggle to wrest a living from the land. This we know. We can save them when we learn to live with abundance, when we learn to make our fabulous machines the servants of man. Miraculous machines. The strength of a man is not great. He has not in his arms and back the strength of a great machine, but man has a mind. He can think, he can govern, he can plan. A new world awaits him, an abundance beyond his dreams. The great fact is the land itself, and the people, and the spirit of the people.